Hi everyone. In the previous lecture, we have seen the types of files. I was showing you the untracked files when we saw the Git status. So please watch the previous lecture in order to understand this. So basically, there are two types of files. So tracked file and untracked file. The tracked file are nothing but which is already in GitHub. So you have already made some changes, you have already made some commits, and the Git already knows that there is such file that exists. So those comes under the tracked. The untracked files is, the Git has no track about it, no track at all. So it is not saved and we haven't added to it. So these files are the ones which are not committed in the previous, commits, and it is not present in any versions already. So those comes under untracked. So now let's see like how the commands we give to in order to see the status, add, and then commit. So git status is for status, which we have seen in the previous class, and then we get the untracked and tracked files which are there. For us it's untracked file because we are doing it for the first time. So then we have git add. So star says all files, or you can either give git add file name. We'll see that in the next lecture, how to do it on a command prompt. So this will add your file. And then when you say git commit, that will push your changes into, save your changes, and then you'll use git push in order to upload the file. So when you give git commit, right, you give this minus m, which is called hyphen m, which is called message. So that is the message which you enter here. So basically this message we enter in such a way that the team understands that these are the changes that are being made. Yeah. So while you have the workflow of the GitHub, and they're named as three areas. One is your local area, that is your PC, where your folder is present in your PC, and then the staging area, that is when you add the files. So there's a temporary area that is created for your changes that you have made. And then commit is, it's actually that you want to access anything later in the later stage. So you give commit so that when you go to your GitHub repository, you could see those numbers that are there with unique identification numbers, and you can just click them and understand what are the changes. And also you have your description message which will help you in the later stage. So now I was actually talking about the branch, like I was telling on, we are on master branch and stuff. So let's understand, so there are two things that you need to understand. So we can create our own branches. The main branch is your master branch. So that is like you have all your production code which is verified, and your code is reviewed in such a way that there are no bugs or any issues, because that will be used for production purposes. So in order to push your code that you have made, right, it is very important for us to create a branch so that it doesn't affect the production code that is there. And then we just push our code into the branches, and once the code is reviewed, then it is being merged with the master branch. So that is how it happens in corporate companies, in order to ensure that all the changes are not directly merged with the branch master branch. So yeah. So how do I deal with the branches? So basically when you start with, right, everything is a master branch. So you can actually use git checkout and then create your own branches with the branch name and stuff. And then you can give all the files that you wanted to commit and stuff. And like we have seen in the commands to, find the file status, add and commit and stuff here, this one. So the same process is followed even there. And then you can also use git branch command to see which branch it is actually pointing to once you have done a checkout of it. So yeah, I'll show you all this in the command prompt. So finally coming to, git push. So and git pull. So git push is, once you have made the changes, that commit changes, so you need to push them into your selected branch. So use git push. So you have the syntax git push, and you will see when you give git push, you will get the bill of syntax. So need not worry about it, you'll be able to know it. And then once this is done, in the later stages, whenever you want to, whenever there's a merge that is done, or whenever there is a code review or code change that is done, if you do a git pull, then you will get everything latest into your local so that you can work on that. So now in the next lecture, let's see how we are using all these statements in the command prompt. See you in the next lecture. Thank you. Bye bye.